My name is Josh Blaylock, and we are talking about the PanaCast 40 VBS, which has been announced this week, and it's a very exciting week for us here at Jabra. And I'm joined by Mai. Mai, would you please let everyone know your role at Jabra and your relationship to this beautiful bar?
Well, hi everyone. I am Mai. I am a product manager at Jabra. I'm feeling very, very grateful for being here.
Yeah.
I can almost not speak, you can hear. No, this is an exciting week for Jabra. It really is. Because we are bringing this guy to the market. And I am like head over heels, probably most of everyone.
Yeah.
Because I am the product manager on this product. Yeah, so I'm really excited to be here.
A big, proud day for you. Yeah,
It really is.
It's been a long time coming. A lot of work went into this. There's a lot of really thoughtful detail that I want to kind of dig into today, because no one kind of exudes the passion that went into this like you do.
Yeah.
And our bars they're all awesome, but we kind of went and took a different direction in the various features of this bar. And so while this carries forward that same great PanaCast experience from an audio and video standpoint that a lot of people know and love pretty well already, there are a lot of physical attributes and things that were very different and very well thought out on this. And that's kind of where I want to watch your passion come to life as we talk about this. So if you were to say the top thing, let's start there. What is the top thing that you just love and want to share about?
What I really love about P40 VBS and what has made it like incredibly exciting to work with is that we've had a huge focus on simplicity and flexibility. We know it's really important for our customers that things must be simple, but also flexible, because as humans, we're different. So our customers and so are meeting rooms. So we really want to make sure that we have a device that cater for everyone's needs.
Yeah, and with the current trends of return to office, you can see Microsoft with their Express install. The whole idea there is flexibility, simplicity, affordability, and this kind of starts checking all those boxes right out the gate. Tell us a little bit about the fact that we're used to seeing 3 cameras at the front of our bars, and we see 1 missing here. What's the story?
Yeah, so this is really exciting. As just mentioned, normally we have 3 eyes on our products. We've reduced those to 2, and it is simply due to great new lenses, but also we have some really amazing engineers at Jabra that has managed to do new stitching technology, enabling us to only have 2 lenses this time.
And still keep 180 degrees. Yeah, that's our signature that we've had in our bars right from the beginning. 180 degrees, no fisheye, no warping of image. And that's now happening with just 2 cameras, which is pretty powerful.
It really is.
So going beyond that, let's talk a little bit about audio and what's going on here. Before we talk about kind of the general specs, everyone's like, oh, we have this many mics in our beamforming array, and we can actually take a look at our audio. So let's go ahead and flop this up. This is new for us as well, correct? So you want to talk a bit about that before we go to audio?
Yeah, let's do so. So as you can see, it's an exchangeable cover. It is super, super easy to both mount and take off, but it's not the only cover we've done for launch. Out of box, the product will come this beautiful fabric cover, but we've also made an additional cover for easy clean. But as you can see, even though it's plastic, it's a plastic cover. It's not just plastic for us. Our designers has done an amazing job designing a plastic cover that doesn't compromise on the premium feeling of P40 VBS. And I think they did an amazing job here. I'm so proud.
And there's a little bit of more detail here that you've called them before. What are we looking at here on some of these patterns?
So this is really funny. I really love these hidden gems, as we like to call them. And fortunately, so does our designers. So it's not necessarily easiest to know if you don't know, but it is small people. It's supposed to look like small people here. So at GN, we have a slogan saying, we're bringing people closer. And it's not only in audio and video and hearing aids and gaming equipment. It is everything we do. So that's also why that is where our designers got inspired from. So this is actually looking like small humans that are standing very close next to each other, creating a pattern.
Truly and literally humanizing technology, right? That's a great message to carry forward.
It really is.
Good touches. Kudos on that. That's amazing. So we've had these 2 covers, right? You can make your choice there. They are removable. What is the mechanism for keeping them on and making them to where they're not getting bumped off on accident?
Yeah, so what we've really had a high focus on is that obviously we don't want it to be taken off easily by the end users. Right. It is important for us that people know, those that needs to know how to do it. So how we've done it is that we have 4 magnets in the bottom of the device, 4 very, very strong magnets paired with hooks in the top of the product. So in pairs, a hook and a magnet.
Okay, so these right here, they hook into the top up here.
Exactly.
Awesome. So if we just briefly replace it on there, they hook in from the top, clip nice in the bottom.
Exactly.
You're not bumping that off.
No. And it's also really important to mention here that it is so super tight that it has absolutely no impact on the audio performance. The audio performance is just as beautiful as we normally did it.
You can get some reverberation, right? If you were,
Exactly.
Awesome. So this is a very new thing to our portfolio. It's a very cool new thing to it. There were a lot of great questions at the show at ISE about this as well. So people like it, and they're curious to see where we're going with it. So audio, what do we have going on here from a speaker and mic standpoint?
This guy here is made for the small meeting rooms.
Right.
For this, we have 6 microphones. As you mentioned, they're creating a beautiful beamforming array capturing everyone in the meeting room.
Right.
And they're supported by a great, powerful mono speaker.
Okay.
Again, enough to capture the entire room and make sure everyone can hear what is coming from the far end.
Now, there was some extra thought placed in the exact positioning of the mics on this device, correct? Because maybe trying to solve for displays that may end up kind of being in the way of certain audio. So how do we place these, and why do we do that?
So basically, they're placed in pairs. And again, it is to optimize the audio and how it is distributed in the room. And
there's three at the front. We got 3 in the back here, correct? Okay.
Exactly.
Awesome. So that's the audio side of the story. Now, I want to pivot from that to, there's a lot of thought that went into mounting options, right? And right now we see it on a optional brand new table stand.
Yes.
So this is an accessory that can be added on. And we see at the front and back there that we've got some rubber grips. Do you want to talk a little bit about the stand and why we did what we did with it?
Yeah, so basically, we needed a table stand for P40 VBS. Of course we do. We know it is a very beloved use case, having it on the table. However, this time we really tried to challenge ourselves, saying, wouldn't it be nice if we had one table stand for all of our devices? Again, simplicity is key. And also, it's much easier for our customers and partners to really only have to worry about one table stand for everyone. So basically, when we launch this soon, it will be working with both P40 VBS, P50 VBS, and also our P50.
Very
so
flexible.
Really exciting.
Very versatile. And it's got the rubber grips on both sides so that you can run your regular cables down the back, keep them snugly in place. But out the front, BYOD cables being supported as well.
Exactly.
Because this is an Android bar running MDEP that runs both Teams rooms and Zoom rooms, but BYOD is still possible.
Yes, 100%.
Beautiful. Now, attaching this to the table stand, let's take it. What's going on here? We've had a table, we've had a wall mount in the past that is a separate component in the box, but this is different.
Yes. So this time we've decided to pre-mount the hinge on the device. And again, it's because we really are all about we don't want our installers to basically have to look for small pieces here and there.
Right.
So we pre-mounted this hinge, and this hinge is also the only hinge you need, regardless if you want to mount it on the wall, if you want to mount it on the table stand, as you can see here, but also if you want to put it on top of the screen by a VESA mount, or even on a tripod, because as you can see, if we turn it around just a bit, you can see we already have a hole pre-drilled for a tripod.
And so I love that in particular because while it's not a why use case, it's just a lot of added flexibility. If people want to be able to move the device from room to room, especially as return to office mandates shift real estate around, this makes it extremely versatile.
It does.
Yeah, lots of mounting options on the bar itself. And before we move to talking about the mounting options and all that for the control, a really quick look back inside of the device. There was additional thought put into not just how the ports are laid out, but guiding people in how these ports should be laid out and where they should go. You want to make any commentary on that?
Yeah, so actually the back of the product has had a lot of focus for us because there are many users of a device like this. There are the end users that take great pleasure and enjoys the video and audio, but there are also the installers, the integrators, the ITDMs that does a lot of work before the device even goes into the meeting room. So obviously we have those very close to our hearts while developing P40 VBS. That also means that we have a rather large cable box right now. We even have additional space.
Goes right inside of
it. Yeah, again for flexibility for the cables, regardless of how you want to mount it and install it. Sometimes there is just a need for extra space.
There is.
We've even added some small guidings inside the cable box to make the routing extremely easy and user-friendly.
And it shows you that you can either out the bottom or out the top, depending on which cables they are and where they're supposed to go.
Exactly.
Now we don't have the back of the device of this here, but what is on the inside of the back panel?
On the inside is basically the same again for guidance, just opposite from what you.
So no one should be getting confused at all.
No one should be getting confused. Exactly.
As much as I love this, we're going to set this aside and let's take a look at that control.
Because that is equally cool.
It is. There's a lot that went in here too. This is a new control, right, than what we've had in the PanaCast 50 VBS in a couple of respects. So right out the gate, what stands out about what is different that you'd like to call out?
Yeah, so basically it's important to say that we have learned a lot from the touch controller that we are providing today, which is great as well. But of course, we get wiser all the time.
Yes.
So as it was for the bar, it is for the touch controller extremely important that it is simple and flexible to work with. We know that our customers, again, have different use cases on how they want to mount even the touch controller in the meeting rooms.
Yeah.
There are some that just want a completely clean desk where they don't want anything. That would like to mount this touch controller on the wall. We also know that some prefer to just have it in the middle of the desk for easy access for those that are sitting around the table. So we want to make it easy for regardless of what you want.
Yeah.
What was also a big focus is that we don't want to, again, have additional parts, and we don't want to have parts that just goes to waste if they're not used.
Of course, yeah.
So how we've designed this is that, as we see it here, it is on the table, beautiful 25 degrees.
Optimal angle there for the table.
Exactly. But if you want to have it on the wall, all it requires is basically for you to click off the button like this.
Easy.
Flip this one around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just flip it right in the opposite direction.
And click it back on. And then it's flat.
Flat like for the wall there.
Flat
and that's
for
a
the
great.
wall.
So you can do a 25-degree mount on the wall as well if you want, but you can have a flat mount at the same time.
Exactly. And what we've also done of considerations is that we've added an additional detection sensor. So we have a detection sensor on the front of the screen, but we also have one in the bottom of the screen. And again, it is to support the different use cases and the different mounting opportunities that we have within this device. That's also why we have the Jabra logo on the side, because then it's always in the right position.
Right. And no matter which way you have to flip it for the use cases, it's going to still sense people, and it's going to still, that's very thoughtful. There are a lot of devices that don't have that.
Yes,
so
exactly.
That's great.
It really is.
Now, to guide on the mounting, what if someone gets confused in terms of which way it should face and how you need to position it?
Yes. So again, we really want to, it's really important for us that people find our products friendly. And we're really trying to do that through the entire design. Again, flexibility, simplicity, that's one thing. But we also want to put a smile on our customers and users' faces. So again, if we open the device like this, on the inside, we've actually made small drawings as part of the guidance. So we have made some trees, a sun, a house to basically help guide that if you want to have it on the wall, these, of course, must go up.
And enjoy the pictures. There are simple words as well that tell you that.
Exactly.
But I must admit, the first time I saw it, it did put a smile on my face.
Right.
So.
I'm so happy. Then success. And we have the same for we have small waves in the bottom. And if you match those, you get the table stand.
There you go. Okay. And our ports are in there.
Yes.
Everything else.
Easy access to ports.
Yeah, right in there. It's a very intuitive and simple way to understand. Oh, I need to put it this way in order to achieve this. I don't have to go hunting for my quick start guide.
No, exactly.
It's right there.
It really is.
Now, cable routing is also a good consideration that went into this. You typically have one or two options for it. We've got a few here.
We do. So you can either you need to press this one out, even put a push in to make it easy, and then you just push it out slowly like this. So then you can basically route the cables either downwards, if you have it on the wall, downwards.
Right.
If you have it on the table, that is normally also what is used, but you also have the flexibility of doing it from the side. Again, the flexibility on how you want to mount it, it's really up to our customers on how they wish to do it.
And the fact that you punch that at the bottom means that if you have a hole in the table, you can have a cableless table as well.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
Typically, you see two options there, either through the table or out the back, and this just opens up a whole bunch of possibilities for you.
Exactly.
This is a very exciting announcement for us, Mai, and it's fun to go through it with you, see the thought that went into it, the decisions that were made. So on behalf of everybody else in the world, thank you for all the effort you put into this. Thanks for joining us today as well.
And not only me, this is me and a huge
You have
team behind
huge team.
me that are very talented.
Our engineering folks,
Yes.
they did a lot of work here. There's just so much talent that went into this from across the board.
It has made my job much easier working
yeah.
with these guys.
When you have a great team,
Exactly.
it just comes together. So
It does.
kudos to you and the whole team there.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you taking the time to walk us through this.
Always.
Hopefully you will kind of understand the investment that we are putting forward when we are thoughtfully approaching how we expand this portfolio and build it out. Thanks for watching this, and I hope we'll see you around on the next informative video.